Well, good Friday morning to you. Trucker Todd here, and time for another video. All right, folks, Monday we did a video. We talked about what's a business, what's not a business, and unfortunately, that conversation got pretty heated, and some people said some really nasty things. I even had to delete a few comments. As you guys know, my grandkids watch this and view the comments, and I've asked you guys to keep it, respectful. We can disagree. You can send me messages. Hey, Todd, I disagree with you. Here's why. And we can have that discussion. But what happened was people wanted to debate, and then when we debate and they lost the debate, they got mad. And so then I started receiving threats. And so in this video, we're going to talk about those threats. Now, Wednesday, I did a video about Arctic Air, and the idea behind that video was I was trying to cool things off with a totally off-topic video so that we could have a reasonable conversation. But what I'm realizing is, with some people, it's impossible to have a reasonable conversation. When you start showing them the facts and they don't like the facts, then they just try to cancel you. And so now I'm a victim of cancel culture, just like a lot of other people. Sorry, my truck's starting. That's that opti-auto kicking on. It is hot here. So I've been a part of I've been affected by the cancel culture now. People threatening to report me to DOT for various things. People reporting to, or threatening to report me to the Swift Safety Department for different things. And so in this video, I'm going to react to that, and I hope you guys will react to this video by giving it a thumbs up, sharing it on your social media platforms, and by looking in the description below for a lot of other great information, like about the music that's about to come up, my email, my Instagram, my Facebook, all that's down there. I hope you'll check those things out, and I really appreciate you guys watching. Well, let's fire up the music. Here we go.
This is why I do this, why I'm out here, why I keep that hammer down. Flying by these road signs with home on my mind, with these wheels turning round. For my family and for my kids, for this life I wanna live. And this is why I do this.
So I'm back, and this was an interesting week because people, people will say things on the internet that they would never say to your face. I've been called all kinds of names this week, especially some offensive names like an indentured servant, slave, things like that. And it was by a guy that claimed he was making a lot more money than me. He was a lot happier than me. I originally congratulated him. I've told you guys, hey, if you listen to me, it's very possible you'll make more money than me, whether you're at Swift or somewhere else. I'm just saying I'm doing it here. I'm just saying I'm happy here. If you're happy where you're at, congratulations. I've also said, especially recently, a whole lot to guys on the phone, hey, if you're making $100 a week where you're at, then congratulations. And if you're not making, if you're making $2,500 a week and you're not happy, then I want to help you with that. I want to try to get you making to where you think you need to be making within the realm of reasonable expectations. But what happens is, when you tell these guys, these hotheads that want to come on here and bash me, bash the company, when you say, well, let's compare settlements, then they disappear for a little bit because they don't have what they said they have, and they're trying to find it on the internet somewhere. Like one guy told me, dry van spot market rates are at $3.50 to $4 a mile right now. Well, that's just factually incorrect. There may be some here hit and miss that are 30 or 40 mile loads, but for the most part, they're not there. Right now, contract rates are paying more, almost double. So he doesn't realize when he makes those comments that I've still got access to 87 load boards, and I can look that stuff up. So he's quickly, frantically contacting his buddies that are bragging, trying to find these rate confirmations to show me. And when he can't do it, then he emails me and he's mad. And he's like, well, I'm going to contact DOT and try to get you a logbook violation. Or I'm going to contact the Swift Safety Department and tell them about your videos. Or, you know, all of this kind of stuff. Folks, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. I'm not saying Swift endorses what I do or say, but they're fully aware of my videos. They watch my videos, and many of them, I'm not saying all of them, many of them, if you say Trucker Todd, they know exactly who you're talking about. So you're probably not going to get me there. And if you do get me there, they're probably going to contact me and say, hey, we've been made aware you're doing this or that. Alrighty, my phone keeps overheating. It's a new day. Hopefully we can get through this video now. As I was saying before we got cut off from the last overheating deal, that Swift knows what I do out here. And a matter of fact, a lot of them watch my channel. And should I do something or say something that crosses the line, we've got a pretty good line of communication between us. And they'd probably call me and we'd work it out. It wouldn't be them breaking my contract or firing me or doing anything like that unless I did something super extreme, and I'm smarter than that. So you little trolls that want to call Swift and tell them something, or you want to call DOT and tell them something, you're probably just wasting your time, because I'm a pretty smart guy, and you're not the first one that's tried these things with me. But I want to talk about a bigger picture here, and that is how we got to this spot anyway. You know, I can remember a time that wasn't that long ago, and you could have a disagreement, and even like politics and religion, which are supposed to be the two things you never talk about. I remember sitting in truck stops or even running at night on the CB, and we would have political discussions going down the highway, and you know, sometimes I'd change their mind, sometimes they'd change my mind. But now what we've got is a situation where when people disagree with you, they try to cancel you, try to get you taken off the air off YouTube, try to get you fired from your job. And it's really a shame that's what's going to hurt us all, because part of the reason this country's been so successful is actually a couple of things. It's one of them is that we have freedom, and that we're able to choose, you know, what kind of work we want to do, what kind of things we want to pursue. And the other one is that we've had differing ideas, and when we put those differing ideas together, I guess this still kind of falls under freedom, then we're all better for it. If we don't have opposing views, and if only one side can share their views, then it's bad for all of us. We don't need a one-party system, Republican or Democrat. We need them to offset each other, to oppose each other. And the same could be said in trucking. You don't want just one voice out here telling you what you want to hear, because they're already out there. Those guys will tell you, my company's great, whether it is or not. They'll lie to you. And the one thing you can always count on is I'm going to tell you the truth in a fair and balanced way. If I disagree with the company about something, I'll try my best to give you their perspective and how they see things. But, you know, I couldn't believe on the very video that I told them, hey, my grandkids are watching. Let's try to keep the comments respectful. I got some of the worst comments ever. And I'm not going to make a much bigger deal about it in this video, because that's what it is. It's a bunch of really sad, bored, lonely people that have no relationships in their life. And so they're sitting there in their truck, probably with no load, and they're miserable, so they want to make other people miserable. And I'd be glad to have a debate with you about things, or to try to give you my perspective on things and listen to your perspective. But if your goal is to try to get me in trouble, or try to get me upset, or try to hurt my feelings, just save it. Go to another video. Find somebody that's saying the stuff you want to hear. The people that are here for a specific reason. They want to hear the truth without a lot of baloney. And that's what I try to give every day. So I hope you found these videos helpful. And more importantly, I hope you guys have a great weekend. If y'all need anything, again, the information's below. Contact me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.